Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And if you're single, I want you to get lucky. So I'm going to share with you three things to do to prepare to become a great godly spouse while we're still single. The first thing we want to look at is avoiding the bad dating. It's like asking ourselves the question, how do I get healthy? And someone can tell you, eat veggies, eat enough protein. But then if you're still eating a bunch of junk food and drinking soda and taking dope, then I'd be like, yeah, you might want to also scrap that bad stuff. So I'm going to start right out the gate and say, before we talk about what to do, I want to encourage you on what not to do. And that is to date the wrong people, to be in relationship after relationship, or trying to force dates and things of that nature, because the damage that ensues from dating can be significant and can weigh a marriage down heavily. Whenever we get into these relationships, we end up struggling through trust issues later on, resentment and bitterness later on, and things that just wreak havoc in a marriage. You also don't need to date to practice in order to be married. My wife was in her late 20s whenever we met, had never dated, never had a boyfriend, never kissed a boy, nothing of the sorts. She met me, changed her whole world. She's been married for 12 years ever since. But she's a wonderful wife without having dated. In fact, having not dated helps her to be a wonderful wife because she didn't come with all the frustration and pain and baggage that comes along with a lot of messed up things that happen when dating. If you've already been down that road, this isn't condemnation. I'm not saying that your marriage is right. I'm just talking to you at face value from this point, saying what to do from this moment moving forward to prepare to be a godly spouse. Let's X the bad dating off the table so that we don't end up damaging things and messing things up before their time. Number two, because you're single, I know you feel overwhelmed like the rest of us, and you are overwhelmed. But when you get married, you're going to have additional constraints on your time and on your energy and on the responsibilities that you're carrying in life. With that said, you have an opportunity right now. I know it feels like a lonely season. I know it feels like you're being passed by and other people are getting ahead, but you, in some ways, have an opportunity that married folks don't have and that you're not going to have once you get married any longer. And that is the time freedom and the energy freedom to focus on your own growth in your spirituality in the things of God. I would encourage you, number two, to throw yourself into the things of God. Prayer, fasting, a lot of the word, good books, grow your mind, grow your spirit. You can go for days fasting and you don't have to meal prep for a spouse and kids. You can pray for hours. You can get up at night and just walk around your house and just go to pray, and you ain't got to wake nobody up. You ain't got to worry about nobody else's sleep schedule. Just investing your time in the evenings. You don't have somebody wanting to watch television while you're wanting to read, or somebody wanting to go and do this while you're trying to do that for God. Like, you just have total control over what you do and don't do. I would encourage you to embrace this season of time, not this season of singleness or season of loneliness that it's sometimes framed as, but this season of opportunity to connect with Christ in a way that you're not going to be able to do later on down the road. And so, books, 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 Bible, 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 prayer, 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 fasting, fasting, fasting. Throw yourself into spiritual growth. Number three, it's going to sound a little counterintuitive to the whole point of the video, but trust God with the process. You don't have to make yourself the great spouse. You don't have to prep yourself endlessly because like there's something wrong with you that you got to fix in order for God to then bring the right person in your life. God's not holding you down until you get perfect. Christ already died for all your imperfections. God knows what you need when you need it. And the right thing at the wrong time is the wrong thing. So even though you may be supposed to get married, if the timing's not right, there's nothing you're going to do to make it happen. And if you did, you would end up with an Ishmael. You don't want to go down that road. But in the meantime, you don't have to beat yourself up or stress and fret and try to make yourself better and make yourself perfect. I want to encourage you to have some grace, to just know that God is doing things that are preparing you, even though you're not actively aware of it. The wait in and of itself prepares you. Trusting in God prepares you. Praying about whether or not to give this person the time of day or not prepares you. The work in and of itself is doing the job. It's like you put seeds in the ground and you water it and you expose it to the sunlight and you sit around and you say, what do I got to do to make it grow? Like, it's growing. You're doing the right things. Keep on doing them and just letting God lead you, even when it feels like nothing is happening. God is still working behind the scenes. And so if you're single right now and you're struggling with this question, how do I become a godly spouse or the right spouse or a good spouse and prep? Then I want you to really understand today that avoiding bad dating is a really good approach. Throwing yourself into the things of God because you have ample opportunity to do that now. And in the meantime, trusting God with the process because when the time is right, He'll give you what you need. It'll be with the right person at the right time.